Butt here, chest here, lips there, hips there. Everywhere you look on my channel, it's just women. You're probably wondering, Lewis, if you always tell us that women are not the goal and that your purpose and that your life mission and yourself are the goal and women are just the byproduct, why do you always talk about women? The answer to that is simple. It's something that I myself still struggle with. I'm reminded of the quote from the Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca, where he says, "Do not imagine me as the physician prescribing you your medicine. I am not that arrogant. Imagine me rather as the bed patient lying beside you, your fellow patient, telling you what has worked for me in hopes that it will work for you too." My purpose is merely to document the steps that have gotten me to where I am in hopes that they will get you to where you need to go. Because it's hard. I don't mind repeating the same message over and over again because that's what it takes to sink in sometimes. When I first started watching self-improvement videos like 5 years ago, I watched the videos, the lessons sunk into my conscious mind, but they did not seep into my subconscious mind, so my actions didn't change. It reminds me of this thing they say where it's like, how much information does a nicotine addict or an alcoholic need before they finally stop their drug? A lot. It takes you like hundreds of hours of information and informative videos and PDFs and books before you finally do something to curb your smoking or alcohol addiction, or before you finally hit the gym. Like, look at you. How many times were you lectured on the benefits of exercise as an elementary schooler and middle schooler and high schooler? All those videos and PowerPoints your teacher showed you, all those movies on the dangers of casual sex, the health benefits of natural food, the detractions of processed food, and the benefits of exercise. And yet how much did you really have to sink in before you finally did something about it? Quite a lot. For that reason, I don't mind repeating the same lessons over and over again, because it takes constant exposure for the lesson to finally sink in and for it to pervade your actions. And when you think about it, how many hours of degenerate messages have you heard in your life? All the hours of music you've listened to, all the hours of movies and TV shows you've listened to, all these forms of media, while entertaining, they've imprinted you with the wrong lessons. They've imprinted you with the lessons that lots of women is a sign of status. Status is good. The opinions of other people are good. It's cool to say, I don't care what anyone says about me, while bragging about your Lamborghini. So you clearly do think what people say about you. Fancy clothing, fancy cars, being the superhero by the time you're 20 or 15, these 15-year-old anime heroes, these superheroes in Marvel who are in their 20s, all these 20-year-old influencers who have millions, all these bad lessons have been imprinted in your mind over the course of many, many hours. And these lessons are easy to take in. They're so immediately gratifying. So what you're trying to do with self-improvement is you're trying to make up for all the bad lessons that have been instilled in your mind by replacing them with hours and hours and hours and hours of good lessons. And on top of that, you need more, because that's just to get you at an even baseline with the bad lessons. You need more for the good lessons to take effect, and on top of that, the good lessons are harder to digest because they require more effort and hard work and sacrifice. And that's what I'm seeing in my life. That's why all my videos are like, how to not give in to lust with women, how not to put all your value on women, how to remember that she's just an individual and doesn't reflect your inner self-worth. I'm sure you finally understand by now, that's my main struggle. That is one of my main psychological struggles, is not attaching my self-worth to women and divorcing my value as a human being and my love for myself from women. Consciously, I knew that a woman would never complete me. I knew that I had to work on myself before I could get a woman, but subconsciously it was like, okay, a woman is the sign of the completed journey. That means once I finally get the girl, then I can love myself. When it's like, no, love yourself now. Because if you love yourself when you have a woman, like you're loving yourself when it's easy to love yourself. Then when she leaves you, or when you leave her, when the going gets tough, will you still love yourself? Love yourself now while you don't have a girl, while you don't have it all together. Because if you love yourself now when it's hard, you'll definitely love yourself when it's easier. If you want to talk to me about anything that's bothering you, the links are down below. You can hit up my Discord or make an appointment on Calendly. Fortune favors the bold, so be bold. We're all gonna make it, boys. Ciao.